we're out in Whitechurch having a chat to people about the housing crisis, the fact that there's 4,000 kids homeless in the state now. It is absolutely freezing, but obviously people are very angry about the housing crisis, understand that as long as we have Fianna Fáil, Fine Gael governments, the crisis is continuing to get worse and worse. It's almost 10 years now since Fine Gael said, well, you can't resolve the housing crisis overnight, can't build enough houses, etc, etc. But actually the housing crisis continues to get worse. Over 13,000 people officially homeless now in emergency accommodation, and more than that, homeless in lots of different ways, couch surfing and so on. It's an absolute scandal. It's a consequence of housing policy that is designed to enrich the friends of Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael. The big corporate landlords are making more money than ever. The big developers making more money than ever. That is, it's a housing crisis for the vast majority of people in this country, but for those at the very, very top, actually, it's an opportunity. It's an enormous opportunity to make extraordinary profits, and that is what has been happening. And all of the government policies to supposedly address the housing crisis, in reality, are just about kind of incentivise the market to provide housing, give more money to private landlords, give more money to developers, as opposed to doing what we need to do, which is to ban evictions. We need to have proper rent controls to bring rents down. We need a state construction company to build public, social and genuinely affordable housing, and we need to have universal access to public housing. We can address the housing crisis. It's possible to do it. It doesn't have to keep getting worse, but it involves starting from the position that what is key here is not the profits of the banks, of the developers, of the big landlords, but instead is the right of ordinary people and the need of ordinary people to have a home. The only way we're going to address it, though, is by building a mass movement like we had on the water charges. We've been working with others in Raise the Roof, which is a broad coalition involving the unions, housing organisations, homeless organisations, housing campaign groups, political parties, and there's hopefully going to be a major protest happening in April, so keep an eye out for the details coming out. That'll be really important, that we get thousands and thousands of people on the streets to demand action on the housing crisis, as opposed to just watching it get worse and worse and worse. Thanks a lot.